first off, I'm completely shocked, okay? I had a lot of emotions going on. I had a lot of emotions because it's like, why are you here? Why are you here? I'm trying to get a break from you, lady, and you're showing up. You're popping up like zits. You're popping up like bumps. You're just everywhere. So when she was like yelling at me like, what's the girl name? And she was like, what's the girl name? My mind was somewhere else. My mind literally was somewhere else because I was shocked that she was there. So I said, her name Danielle. Okay, Danielle what? I'm like, what you mean what? What's her last name? I don't know her last name. Stop playing with me, Roshan. What's the girl last name? Because I'm ready to get up out of here. I'm like, I don't know her last name. So let me get this right. You're spending the night at someone's house and you don't know their last name. Do you hear how that sound? Please, do you hear principal? You listen to this, right? This is what I'm dealing with on a daily basis. Nothing but lies. Nothing but lies all day. This is all I'm hearing. I'm gonna ask you again, Roshan. Please, you're testing me. Don't test me right now. I'm begging you, okay? What is the girl last name? I'm like, Mom, I'm serious. I don't know her last name. She's your friend, and you don't know her last name. You are so lucky we in this office. So the principal like, okay. Like, well, let me take a stab at it. Okay, you said this is your friend, right? I'm like, yes. You're like, okay. You know any classes she takes? I'm like, yeah, but not by heart. I just know a few. Okay, give me one of the classes that you know, and I'll search it up, and then we'll go off her first name. So my mama like, that'll work. I got nothing but time. That'll work. So I'm like, okay, now, yes, I could have said, oh, it's the girl that's running the contest. What's going on? But it was like, I wasn't thinking. My mom really threw me off with this one. I was not ready. She really caught me off guard. So boom, the principal, he looks up after I get him, you know what I'm saying, one of the classes. He like, oh, this is the girl. Okay, yeah. I know exactly who this is. He like, actually, the bell is about to get ready to ring, so everybody's going to be coming out of their class. He like, I could just tell the security guard to go swoop her and bring her around this way. So my mom like, oh, I got time. Take your time. He like, I'll be right back, okay? So he leave out his office, right? Now I'm looking like straight ahead. I have not really looked at my mom, but I can feel her looking at me. So I'm looking at her kind of like out of my periphery, right? And I see her like this. She didn't say anything, right? She didn't say nothing bad. She didn't say nothing good. She didn't say nothing. She just had her arms crossed and she was waiting. And I'm like, that's how I knew, like, okay, I'm about to get caught. I'm about to get caught red-handed. Like, it's so much. I was feeling so much in that moment. It felt like I had diarrhea. Like, I was like, I got to go to the bathroom. So I'm like, Mom, I'm about to go in the bathroom. I'm not here. Don't say nothing to me. I'm invisible right now. So I'm like, so can I go? Please don't say nothing. Please, Roshan, I'm trying my best not to knock you up out that seat. Don't say nothing to me. So I'm like, okay. So in my mind, I took it as a no. In my mind, I took it as in, maybe I should just go on ahead on my own because I felt like it was about to slip out. So I'm like, man, and I was getting nervous. Like I was getting nervous every little hit. So I'm like, man, I'm going to the bathroom. So I get up and I walk out. My mom didn't stop me or nothing. So I'm like, bad. So boom, soon as I get out the door and I go to the bathroom, my defecate, it goes away. I don't got a boo-boo no more. So I'm in the bathroom like, oh my God. Like, get in trouble. So I'm looking in the mirror crying, right? bell ring, I hurry up, I come out, right? I come out. So I'm going through everybody. Boom, boom, boom. I'm not looking for Danielle. I already know that the security guard or maybe the principal is finna grab Danielle. So I'm looking for Marky. So boom, I'm looking, I'm like, I go to his locker. Mark, he like, man, you scared me. I'm like, bro, mom is here. He like, yeah, I know. I'm like, how you know? He like, but she should be long gone by now. I'm like, no, long gone? She ain't long gone. She's still down there in the office. I just left the office. He like, what happened? I'm like, what happened? She's still with you. Would you open up your ears? Get the Tootsie Roll out. Get the sugar daddy out your ear. He like, bro, calm down. So his friends like, yo, Mark, we gonna ditch. Let's ditch this pier, man. Let's ditch. He like, hold on, wait. He like, wait, so mom's still here. I'm like, if you repeat the same thing I just said, yes, and I gotta go back in the office. He like, well, I'm gonna go with you. I'm like, no. He like, what is she here for? I'm like, I guess to see Danielle. He like, for what? I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, but 9 out of 10, I believe to see if we actually was there. He like, we in trouble. I'm like, we're busted. He like, what we gonna do? I'm like, I don't know. Now in my mind, I'm not thinking about what's gonna happen next. I'm thinking about what's about to happen right now. We up at the school, and my mom have an attitude problem. And my mom is not afraid to, to wham on me, hit on me, bop on me, punch me in the head anywhere. Okay? But she be like, she know when to do it and when not to do it. But I know it's going to be a whipping coming. Okay? Because Danielle, she finna tell on us. So, boom. I goes, downstairs, I hurry up. I gets inside the office. So as soon as I get inside the office, the assistant like, hey, they're looking for you. I was just about to send security guards to look for you and say your name, over the intercom. So I'm just like, no. I'm like, I'm here, right? I tell like, no, I'm here. So boom, I go back there in the office. Danielle, she's like sitting there like looking puzzled, and she looking at me. So the principal like, you know what? Just give us a minute. Your mom don't want you in here. We want to talk to Danielle by herself. So I'm like, okay. So I walk out, right? Now I'm sitting up there with the assistant lady. She getting papers together. Other teachers coming down there talking. They talking about other people. Like, because I'm kind of like, I'm not listening, but I'm right there so I can't help but to listen. I can't help but to listen. So they talk about like, yeah, she thinks she's all of that. Ooh, yeah, you see that ugly outfit she got on? Yeah, she keep wearing that same sweater. Oh my God. I think she like blah, blah, blah. One of the gym teachers. So, I'm listening. I'm like, oh, I didn't even know teachers be really getting down like that. You know what I'm saying? That was my first time really hearing it like straight up, like right there, front row platter. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, so I'm nervous. I'm right on my nails. It's taking a little minute. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a question. It's just a question. It asked the question. She answered. That's it. What more is there to talk about? So I'm like, man, it's taking on. So I just happen to like look out the door, right? The door is open, the office door. So I look, I see Marky like he walks off. So I'm like, man, we can't communicate. There's no way I could call him. He could call me. I'm worried. Okay, so boom, I see Danielle. She comes out. She walked past me. Didn't even make eye contact with me. So I was like, oh my God. Like, I didn't know if to follow right behind her or go to the office. But I sat there. like a log. I just sat there. And I was like, my soul was chasing her, but my body was just stuck still. And I'm like, I'm in trouble. And all of a sudden the principal was like, Rashawn, come join us. I'm like, okay. So I get up and boom, I get in there. So my mom say, I'm going to go ahead and leave. You finish your class. And so the principal like, yeah, and I want to talk to you, Rashawn, one-on-one. So boom, my mom ended up leaving out. She didn't say nothing. So I'm puzzled like, okay, like, so like what happened? Like, so I'm finna drill the principal, right? I'm finna drill the principal. So boom, principal, he walks my mom out and then he comes back, right? So boom, he like, Rashawn, I must say, you have challenged me a lot. This is the most I ever been challenged, I must say. And I'm like, what you mean by challenge? She like, you just give me a run for my money. That's what I'm gonna say. It's not a bad thing, I was somewhat like you, my mom, she was always on my heels. I was, sneaking out the house, going to parties, visiting girls. Like, but I need to know what's going on at home. I'm like, what you mean what's going on at home? How is your relationship with you and your mother? So I'm like, I've been down that rabbit hole. So maybe he's peeping like, something a little fishy, something's not right, right? So I'm like, oh, the relationship is good, right? The relationship is good. You're like, okay, like you eat, every day there. So I'm like, do I eat every day there? So at the time I was lost of the question, so it kind of threw me off guard. So I'm like, yeah. We eat every day. Like, okay. And you're safe at home. You're safe. Your siblings safe. I'm like, yeah, we're safe. Like, okay. Nobody's getting harmed or anything. Like whoopings is okay, but like harm, I'm like, harm? You're like, yeah, like, you know, we don't like to use certain words. I want to use maybe punish in a harsh way. I'm like, punished in a harsh way. I'm like, well, yeah, we get on punishments. He like, yeah, but like you get whoopings. I'm like, sometime it depends. He like, okay. And you and your mom, you guys, y'all okay? I'm like, yeah, we okay. I just think I make her mad sometime, and I'm like, I always got her coming up to the school, and I'm always embarrassing her, and I'm sneaking out and out the house sometime, and I'm like, she said I'm a liar, so I'm a liar. He like, I don't think you're a liar. He like, I think that you're doing what teenagers normally do. He like, the difference between getting a whooping and being abused on. You know what abused is? And I'm like, yeah, I know what abuse is. He like, but it's different type of levels to abuse. You can verbally abuse someone, right? So he's talking to me, so I'm just like, so now, you know what I'm saying? I'm really like, I'm taking it in and I'm listening, right? So he was like, how's your relationship with your brothers? I'm like, oh, they're good. I'm like, my little brother, I'm like, he's spoiled. I'm like, so he's the king of the house. Okay, he's the king. Okay. Do he get whippings? Like, he got popped maybe one time, but whippings, no whippings. Like, yelled at, yeah. Okay. Alrighty. And your ace goon boom, your brother, he get whippings, I know you do. I'm like, yeah, and punishments. Okay. Do you want us to give you your counselor where you can come every day after school and be able to talk to your counselor if something's on your chest, or whenever you having an urge to want to do something, like out of pocket, you have someone to talk to? I'm like, I mean, I don't know, right? Because I didn't know how to answer those questions. I'm like, I don't know. He like, you can confide in me and tell me anything that's going on. He like, and I'm a principal. I see everything. I notice everything. And, the way, kids operate outside their home, it comes from the home. I'm like, so all the running away and things like that. I'm like, I have a question. He like, yeah, go for it. I'm like, what happened with Danielle? He like, she left out. I'm like, no. I'm like, what with my mom and Danielle and you? Like, oh, Danielle said you was there. I was like, okay. Like, yeah, your mom, she was like looking like, oh, somebody told the truth. So maybe she probably now won't think you a liar. I'm like, yeah, he like, and look, all teenagers lie. He like, shoot, all adults lie. He like, lying is, it depend on who you lying to. But he like, other than that, he like, don't beat yourself up. He like, I want to ask you one more question. I'm like, yes. He like, and look, everything we talk about, it will stay right here. Your mama, nobody won't know. I'm like, okay. He like, if anything is going on or you have a problem or a situation or anything like that, an issue that you can't solve on your own, do you feel like you can go to your mom or, you know, to your dad? I'm like, maybe to my dad sometime. Like when you say like an issue, like, I mean, I don't like go to my mom, like, just because I don't want to bother her and I don't want to, like, no, like, so if something happened outside and you needed to go to your mom because you couldn't solve an issue, you wouldn't go to her, you would try to solve it on your own. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, but then eventually I'll get caught. Like, okay. What makes you feel like you can't go to your mom? I'm like, because I just don't want to embarrass her or make her mad. She get irritated. She get agitated with me. And I'm like, I just try to stay out her way. They're like, okay. All right, well, thank you. He like, your mom don't know that we had this conversation, so just keep this between us, okay? Don't go tell your brothers. Don't share what we talked about to nobody in the school. I'm like, understood. He like, all right. He like, you need a slip? I'm like, yeah, I'm probably gonna need a slip. All right, this is my last period, right? Boom. I go in there, go my slip. I'm in my last period. I'm just sitting there. Okay, I'm sitting there. I'm not paying attention. People are reading out the book. I'm just sitting there like with the book open, like daydreaming. I'm thinking about what the principal said and like, why did he ask me these questions? And like, these were some deep questions. I can't even go confine and talk to nobody about these questions or let alone Mark, because I just told the principal I wasn't going to say nothing. I just told the principal I'm not going to say nothing. So I got to hold this in. I'm good with holding stuff in, but I'm like, man, like, why did he ask me that? Like, that felt like a small quiz. So I'm just sitting there not even paying attention. So boom, the teacher, he started going up there on the board. I'm still not paying attention. Boom, he passed out little papers. I'm just sitting there like I'm bubbling in anything. I wasn't even trying. I'm bubbling in anything, any answer. Right, boom. The bell ring, time went by fast. It went by fast. Bell ring, boom. Danielle is already at my locker. Danielle is already in my locker. So I'm like, oh, maybe she gonna tell me they finally said, you know, who won or not. You know what I'm saying? Because I must have missed it because I've been in the office. So I'm like, hey, what's going on? She like, you tell me. I'm like, what you mean? So she like, so now you're dragging me in your problems and I now have to go to the office, which I never go to the office for anything bad. I'm like, wait, whoa. Boom, here come Marky. He like, bro. He like, you going to bacon? I'm like, no, I'm going. She like, you're not going to bacon? I'm like, no, I gotta go straight. I don't think I can go. I didn't even ask my mom. She like, tell me what's going on. I'm like, first off, I want to tell you thank you. Tell me thank you. I only had your back because you tell me your mama be on your heels a lot. And I only had your back because if you lied on me that bad and put me in that situation, you must have really needed me. And you didn't even give me heads up or didn't even tell me. Why you didn't tell me? I'm like, because they got to you before I did. She said, but you saw me early. I'm like, yeah, but I wanted you to focus on your stuff. I was going to tell you, but I was going to wait to tell you. She was like, what are you waiting for? Everything you want to wait and wait and wait. I don't have time for that. And I don't want no problems. I'm like, I'm not trying to mark it like, look, I'm going to go ahead and give y'all a second. I'm like, yeah. I'm like, can we talk outside school, like outside the building? She like, yeah, I guess we can. I'm like, all right. So I'm grabbing my stuff. So boom, the boy come. He like, what's up? I'm like, man, I don't got time right now. He like, man, what I do to you? He like, I was just coming to apologize. I'm like, it's cool. It's whatever. I grab my stuff, I walk off, right? Boom. I'm just in front of the SKU the whole time. I'm in front of the SKU. Roosevelt for them come. Roosevelt looking at me. He like, yo, what's up? I'm like, now mind you, we trying to squash it, but me, I don't really want to. I'm still on that. So I'm like, what's up? And boom, they walks off, right? Greg, all them, boom. So Chazetta, she sees me. I ain't even look her way. I see, I glance at her, boom, I turn the other way. Then yeah, she comes out. She like, yeah, I'm like, can we go walk over there by the tree? She like, okay, so boom. I'm like, I don't want to make you late for bacon. She like, I still got to stick around because we're still waiting on some type of answer of who won. They might end up telling us in the morning. So I'm like, I hope you win. She like, yeah, I hope I do too. I'm like, all right, look, I'm sorry. She like, why you didn't let me know? I'm like, listen, I don't have a phone. When I did want to call you, she took all the house phones out the house. I'm like, I'm telling her straight up, like, I don't even have a door. I don't even have a door. My room looked like a closet. You could just walk up in there. She like, okay, well, I'm sorry you're going through that, but I was really confused. I'm like, I know, and I didn't even know that my mom was going to come up to the SKU. She caught me off guard. And so she like, yeah, because I felt like, like, Dad, you lied, dragged my name in. I'm like, and I'm sorry. And I'm telling you, I thank you, and I owe you one. So she like, so where were you at? I'm like, I was at my friend's house down the street, but if I would have told her down the street, then anytime I run away, she would always come down there. So she was like, I get it. Okay. I'm like, you look nice. She like, thanks. I'm like, can I get a hug? She like, yeah. So boom, I give her a hug, right? Boom. So she like, you really not coming to bacon? I'm like, no. I'm like, I don't think I can come to bacon. I think I gotta come straight home. I'm like, my mom said SKU and come straight home. And then I'm like, plus I'm not even doing martial arts no more. So I'm kind of like breaking it down, letting her know what's going on. So she like, okay. She said, but that is a part of your credit. She like, well, you finna go hang out with somebody else and then say that you was at my house. I'm like, that's how you gonna come to me? I'm like, after I just told you the reason why. I said, Danielle, it's some stuff you ain't even told me. And it's something I know, and I've been waiting on you to tell me. She like, so what you know? So to ask me, what you know? I'm like, I already told you I wanted to wait until. She like, okay, it's over with. I done did my speech, everything. I'm like, you want to know? She like, yeah, I want to know. I'm like, hey, stop. She like, I want to know. I'm like, so I had a hoodie on, right? And it was 2 strings like this. So she pulled it. She like, I want to know. I'm like, stop. She like, tell me. I'm like, okay, I'll tell you. Since I'm so wrong for using your name and all of this, and I gave you an explanation, I'm like, let's see what your explanation is. I'm like, so the guy that called me boy girl, she like, okay, the tall guy? I'm like, yeah, the tall guy. You say you don't know him. She like, I don't. I'm like, yes, you do. Y'all dated. She like, who told you that? I'm like, he told me and Lamont that. She like, and you believed it? I'm like, he said y'all kissed and he cracked you. He did not crack me. I'm like, so y'all didn't talk? She like, no, we did not talk. I'm like, so if I tell him to come over here right now, he gonna say y'all ain't talk. She like, we can go over there together. We can go over there. He right over there. We can go over there together. I'm like, all right, let's go over there. So now I want to call her bluff because what? Come on in. And she getting tough. Like, she was getting tough. Like, she was like, we can go over there. Okay, come on. So she like, and then after you find out, I promise you, don't say nothing to me, okay? Because, see, I thought you was so different and funny and cool and laid back, but you're really not. And I see the reason why you probably be getting in trouble at home. I'm like, what? You don't even know what goes on in my house. Like, you only know what I tell you. I'm like, you know what? I don't even really care. I don't care. So, boom. I walk the opposite way, and she comes and she grabs me. I'm like, Danielle, stop. I'm like, it's cool. Just stop. So she like, fine, I will. I'll go over there by myself. I'm like, leave them alone. Don't even go over there. So she started walking over there. So I'm like, so I turn around. I start walking behind her. So she approach him, right? So Marky see that I'm walking fast paced. Marky start coming off the stairs because he was in front of the security talking to his people. So he comes down the stairs. He started following behind me. Me and his peoples and him. They behind me. So she like, what you say about me? He like, what? She said, what did you say about me? He like, what are you talking about? I'm like, I told her what you told me. He like, what? Does she know me? She know me. So I'm like, he say he know you, and he cracked you. She like, he never cracked me. He like, your panties was pink. You had a little pink bow in the front of your panties. I didn't hit you. I could tell you how her mom looked. I could tell you exactly how her mom looked. I'm like, you could tell me how her mom looked. She like, because she came up to the school and you saw her. He like, we never talk. I said, but wait, you said you never saw her mom before. He like, bro, I could tell you how mom looked. No, she never introduced me to her mom. But when I was in there cracking her and she had to sneak me out, I saw her mom. So she like, we did not do anything. So he like, all right, we didn't do anything. We didn't do anything. He like, I'm going to bring you proof. I'm going to bring you proof. She like, what proof? So in my mind, I'm like, you got proof? Because the only proof you can have is a video. The only proof you can have is a video. You hear what I'm saying? You hear what I'm saying? You pick it up what I'm putting down. So she like, okay, show the proof, show the proof. So I'm like, look, I really don't care. So Mark like, I care where that proof at? Where that proof at? So Lamont like, what's going on? I'm like, Lamont, did he say he cracked? He like, oh, yeah. He said he hit. She like, you telling the whole school that you cracked me? I'm going to the principal office straight like that. And she walked off. So I'm like, do I follow her? I'm going to follow her. So I follow her. I'm like, Danielle. So she turned around. She like, what? But she was still walking. I'm like, stop. So I grab her. She like, what, Roshan? You let people just talk about me like that? You gonna let him talk about me like that? I'm like, and her cry was so pretty. She cried pretty. Her little eyes was changing colors when she was crying. I'm like, hey, come here. She like, don't touch me. He did not crack anything. I'm like, but he said y'all dated. She like, no, he liked me. He liked me. He gave me his number. I never, ever called him. Then one time he asked for my phone because he needed to see where his phone was at because he left it. And I gave him my phone. And he called it. That's how he had my number. And he was texting me. He texted his little wink wink. You know what I'm saying? And so she was like, really like breaking it down. She was like, and I told him face to face that I don't like him. It's nothing, this and that and that. And so he even came in the girls' bathroom when he saw me and I was trying to dodge him. And I went in the girls' bathroom and he walked straight up in there for a few seconds and then hurried up and walked out. He always liked me. He ain't never cracked me. And pink panties with a bow on there. What is he talking about? Now, she's dead serious. All right, so I believed it. I felt that. I believed that. I felt that. So I'm like, don't go to the principal office because I'm like, especially if they find out I'm around, I'm gonna get in trouble. So she like, so you gonna let somebody talk about me like that, but you claim you like me? I'm like, I do like you. I'm like, my feelings was hurt. I was trying to wait until the right time to tell you. I wanted to wait until all after this and things like that. She like, well, I hope it was worth your wait. And she walked off. I'm like, Danielle. She like, what? I'm like, chill. I'm like, calm down. And so the principal, he comes out the office in the hallway. So I'm like, hey, come on, let's go. So we walk out, right? So I'm like, hey, calm down. So he like, I'm getting that proof. I'm like, chill. He like, no, I'm gonna let you know. I'm telling you, you're not the only. I correct her, and I got the proof. I'm gonna have the proof tomorrow. Meet me in the cafeteria in the morning. She like, show the proof now. I'm like, hey, come on. So boom, I grab her, right. So I'm like, look, I'm finna get ready to go. I'm like, the bell is gonna get ready to ring. I'm like, just make it the bacon. I'm like, let me know who won. So she was like, how am I gonna let you know that if you don't have a phone? I'm like, I found a way to call you, okay? Even if I got to sneak and do it. She was like, Okay, I'm like, you want me to walk you to bacon? She like, no. I'm like, go that way. I'm like, go that way. So it was a way you can go in at the end way instead of going through the front entry where he's and his people standing there. So boom, she walks. So Marky like, he comes over there close to me. He like, bro, when she get mad, she a little cute. I'm like, stop. He like, you like that? I'm like, nah. So he like, you think she lying? I'm like, nah. I think he just really, really like it. He tried to shoot the shot. She told me some other stuff too. So wait, so she lied, so she knew. I'm like, knew what? Bro, you asked her, right? Did she know you like that? She told you no. Now all of a sudden she telling you stuff? No, she lying. I don't believe her. I'm on his side. I want to see the proof. I'm like, we need to hurry up and get home. Boom. We gets on the bus. We go. We do. Time to progress. We gets off the bus. Boom. We walking home, right? The blocks is quiet. I'm talking about quiet. All you hear is the little wind that's blowing. So I'm like, man, ain't nobody on the block. It look like a clean sweep. We gets inside. Front door now opening. Boom, boom. Nobody's in the house. So I'm like, she probably out getting Kayla something to eat, because I know she done picked up Boom Man by now. So boom, Marky like, yo, I feel weird. I'm like, what you mean? He like, it just feel weird. I'm like, what you mean? He like, every time I come home, I just feel weird now. I don't want to be here. I'm like, it's cool. I'm like, just go in your room. So boom, he go downstairs in his room. I go in my room. Boom. Front door now opening. You hear Boom Man, go, Mom, after Boo Boo. Boom, he going upstairs. He always got to say some weird stuff coming upstairs. He go up the stairs, boom. He goes in the bathroom. My mom, she comes upstairs. She like, meet me downstairs. I'm like, okay. My dad, he's coming. I'm like, oh, my dad. I didn't even know my dad was off. I'm like, oh, my dad's off. Boom. My mom, she goes there, tell Marky, meet her upstairs. Boom, he comes up. So she said, all right, I want to let y'all know. You see this? She was holding 2 boxes, but they was brown boxes. You couldn't see in it. She like, I'm putting one by your doorway and one by your doorway. And so I'm like, what is that? She like, small cameras. So when I feel like I can't trust y'all, all I gotta do is just go to the camera and look. So I'm gonna just put them, just direct them right in y'all doorway. So I'm like, cameras? She like, yeah. And then when I'm ready to take them down, I'll take them down. But for right now, your dad is gonna put them up. So I'm like, okay. So she said, I have a question. Y'all have nothing y'all want to tell me. Everything, I'm asking y'all again, everything is out on the table. Everything that's happening, I already know. I know what y'all know. Is that correct? And so I was like, what you mean? I'm a Rody Dodie, don't make me kick you in the face.